Welcome to Grapes and Debates, a podcast where we'll uncork some incredible wine and debate varietals of issues within the restaurant industry, one glass at a time.
Episode 68, Seabot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a good number.
68 weeks in a row drinking wine.
Yeah, it's
How lucky are we?
it's not meant for the lighthearted.
No, it's not. It's not. And it kind of fits right into what our debate's going to be. Can you possibly drink wine and be fit?
Listen, we're gonna try.
We're going to try.
We're gonna try.
So we have an incredible lineup of wines. Not that we're going to try all of them, but I'm Adam Barringer, founder, SoNapa Grille, here with my business partner, Chris Botting.
Hi,
and
everybody.
we have Justin Botha, and I know I'm not pronouncing that correct. I mean, if reading it, that's how an American would pronounce it. But Justin is the national account manager for Northeast Florida or North Florida.
Yeah, Northeast Florida market manager.
For Caymus, or is it Wagner family?
We Caymus Vineyards now.
Caymus Vineyards?
Yeah.
Awesome.
We gets a little bit confusing with what Joe's doing as well.
Okay. That's pretty good to make that distinction.
There we go.
That's very
Chuck
good.
and Joe.
That's it. That's it. So we've got a new lineup of wines that you're introducing. I believe it's the Bonanza Chardonnay and the Vinekeeper.
Correct.
Is that correct? So before we get started, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, how you came to work for Caymus, and then we could talk about the wines.
Could fill a whole podcast episode on this, I guess, but we could keep it nice and short. But
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Do we want to pour the Chardonnay first?
Yes.
Yes.
There we go.
Always got to start with grapes.
Let's get oiled up.
Here we go.
yeah, so we hit the accent straight away. And normally it's the first question I get, and
Right.
I'm South African, so in a very fortunate position to be out in the States selling only California wines. I'd love to speak a little bit more about South Africans, but I just leave that back home for me and my wife. Yeah, I grew up on the East Coast, kind of a very similar vibe to New Smyrna Beach, very small beach town of sorts, surfing community. Of the wine my parents drink came in a box, and it was dry whites and dry red, and I knew nothing about it, but very fortunately moved down to the town of Stellenbosch, which equivalates to South Africa's version of Napa.
Sure. Okay.
And found myself in a position where I needed to make some bucks. And so you have multiple options. It's either bar, restaurants, and we have over 300 different wineries in the region.
Wow.
So I figured that would be better. I could work from 9 until 5, and I could
Absolutely.
clock off and go and quote-unquote study. I wasn't too keen on restaurants. I wasn't keen for vouching for the chefs some poor food every now and then, and the work-life balance of a bar didn't quite fit it. So also working at a winery comes with its perks.
Oh, it
Free
sure
wine.
does.
Yeah, so I worked at a winery in South Africa, and that's where I got the bug.
Wow. Awesome.
Nice bug to get.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you got the bug, South Africa. How did you make the leap to representing one of the most iconic families in Napa Valley?
Well, I was very fortunate. I worked at a winery that I kind of fell in love with wine real quick. A gentleman by the name of Kevin Arnold sort of started this winery in the late 90s, and he worked for a brief period of time under Mondavi and took a lot of that philosophy back over, and it's all about marketing, and I fell in love with wine and worked in the tasting room, did a vintage in the cellar as well, helped out with that, and then met my wife, actually. She's American.
Okay.
She came over to do an internship. Her cousin worked at the winery with me. Was a good friend of mine. Still is. He's now peddling wine in California. So decided to get closer to her, of course, and decided February 2020 was a great time to do that. Came over to the States and got into distribution with RNDC initially, and had to work my way up. Had WC2 at the time, and
Okay. Be glad you're not with them and living in
California.
California.
yeah,
You'd be out
yeah.
on the trail again.
Yeah, it was a little bit tough at the start. I think some guys didn't want to take a chance with somebody with a funny accent.
Sure.
So I started off as a merchandiser, so I got to learn the big box distribution in the US, which was quite eye-opening, I think.
Right.
You see how much volume is done in this country, just in like one small part of Florida compared to the
Yeah.
whole part of South Africa. It's,
Right.
it's insane. But yes, I started there and then went to the fine wine team and then got a break with Caymus, which, to your point, it's been everything. It's been unbelievable working for a family
Awesome.
like this.
So where is your home base?
I'm based out of Orlando.
Orlando?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of drinking that goes on in Orlando.
Yeah, and our household is full of alcohol. I was actually just sending pictures to my family back in South Africa today, being like, "Hey, if you ever want to come over, we have free alcohol." I work for Caymus. My wife now works for the new beer division of Gallo. So,
Okay.
so yeah, whatever.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't have to tempt my family with is alcohol.
No.
They're loaded for bear every time. So
I'm lucky there's a big ocean between because I'd be drunk dry. Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about the new project here, or not necessarily new project, but Bonanza. Obviously, I think. I've read some articles on how that brand, while it could be the rest of the industry is down, Bonanza sales have just been really outstanding in the category that it is.
Yeah, it's been. I'm gonna get this incorrect, but it's been voted on its price point over the last 2 years as a top Cabernet.
Correct.
In the US.
great
So-
spot to be in.
Yep.
Yeah, and we very sensitive to that too. I think across the board, the winery's doing incredibly well. A lot of that comes down for the way that the families pitch the wines and the way
Sure.
we're hitting the market and just the philosophy. And I mean, it stems all the way down from the way they talk internally and the way they go about hiring people. It's been eye-opening to see, and you can understand why it's been such a success. But yeah, people told me when they first brought up Bonanza that the sales team went mad. A wine named Bonanza is never going to sell. Yet now we see what it does.
Sure.
And it is a powerhouse brand. You can find it in all sorts of different channels within the industry, and it over delivers, I think, for the price point.
Right.
The Wagners have that golden touch.
You know what? We should have had cowboy hats. We should have had cowboy hats.
I don't know if it was in the budget.
I'm calling you Hoss. You can call me Little Joe.
I don't know if it was in the budget.
Oh, yeah. All right, so we have the Chardonnay. Is this just being released, or is this?
I mean,
been
yeah,
out?
you're some of the first people to taste it in Florida.
Wow.
I just got shipped a bunch of samples from the winery, and once again, another perk of working for them.
Sure.
If something new comes out, we get cases shipped to our house. So I have to hide them from the wife. But
Yeah.
the Bonanza Chardonnays are pretty much a line extension of the current cab.
Okay.
We're still doing non-vintage across all the Bonanzas.
Right.
Lot series. So we're going to start with lot 1 on both these two, the Vinekeeper and the Bonanza Chardonnay. Line priced as well. I think once you start getting into tasting on the wine, it's quite interesting to see where it would go, because you think of the style of the regular Bonanza, you think a little bit more lush and fruit forward, right? You
Yep.
start thinking maybe this is going to be a little bit more oaky, a little bit more riper fruits. I think we've gone the opposite. Nice, very lean.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
No. I like this tropical, creamy esque.
No.
Well, I mean,
Absolutely. That's
no, this
exactly
is-
what I'm getting.
Yeah, no.
And then obviously playing with non-vintage wines, you stylistically can move the wine around in the way you want by blending multiple vintages.
Multiple
and-
vintages. Yep.
Yeah, and Chuck talks about, obviously the wine's made by Charlie. So Charlie's our, I'm sure more and more, you spoke about it with Joe from Copper Cane, but you talk about how each of them was given a variety to choose and focus on,
Right.
whereas most wineries might give a set of lines of wines to one of their kids.
Sure.
They break it up by variety, and Charlie's the Chardonnay guy. And
Study it, know it.
yeah, exactly. And he's got obviously Mercelet wines under his name, and I think he does a fantastic job in all sorts of styles that he
Sure.
can make with the Chardonnays. I personally prefer a lot more of a leaner style. This is, I think, fantastic as an everyday drinker, midweek drinker. fruit
Agreed.
Wine.
Agreed. And we have the Mercelet Silver on our menu to give us that unoaked,
Yeah.
which I think is excellent. But this is my style of a Chardonnay.
Yeah. I'm not a Chardonnay person. I'm really enjoying this.
Right. Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah, I think that's the whole idea behind Bonanza. Chuck mentioned how he wants wine used to be back in the day something more accessible as a sort of everyday,
Right.
the way the Europeans do it, drink with each meal.
Sure.
Napa tends to price itself out of that category, and we're very sensitive to that. So you see a lot of our line extensions have drifted away from Napa.
Right.
That's where I think the new Bonanza comes in. It's also quite interesting. But yeah, this is very easily drinkable in all sorts of situations. Throw this on the patio just to yourself, nothing to eat. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah. I think it's pretty awesome.
Nice juice.
Nice juice. All right. Let's you don't have to finish it if you don't want to. I mean, we could dump.
Well, where's your dump bucket at? Okay.
Right here.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna dump mine too.
All right.
Wasn't the debate going to be how to stay healthy?
Mm.
Is this it?
It is.
This is it.
Yeah.
We're
Don't have any internal conflict.
no. Yeah. This is exactly. You did a nice job with that. That was really.
Light work of it, Justin.
Well, when you mentioned
I'm
that that's
impressed.
the topic, I was like, it's been something I was thinking about quite at length this morning. It is a tough thing in this industry, right?
It's definitely a balancing act, and I don't know.
Listen, you get it done.
Listen, we don't need to really get into that right now. We're focused on the Vinekeeper. Bonanza, the Vinekeeper, Napa Valley designation.
I like that label. That's a pretty badass label.
They've done a great job with the labeling. I was actually just thinking on the drive over here how it would not vary for you look across a line. I don't think it's very standard in the way we've labeled our wines,
right.
But very eye-catching. You put them on a retail shelf or on a restaurant on the back bar, and wherever wines might be displayed, I think it catches a lot of people.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You get that second look always. I mean, that's all right. Here we go, little Vinekeeper.
Yeah, and the original Bonanza actually was the name. We see the font was Chuck Road in whiteout, and that's how that all came about. So if you're out at the winery in Napa, you'll see that the original bottle with.
Got to have your bottle of whiteout.
Yeah.
We didn't make it out to Caymus this year. Last year, actually, was 2023 in September. We went to Caymus in Napa, and then we went to Caymus in Sassoon Valley, and really had a fantastic time out there.
Oh, that Sassoon winery is gorgeous.
Oh yeah,
I haven't been, but yeah, that was.
Oh, you didn't make that.
No, you and Joe were picking somebody up. I don't think I was.
Oh,
out
that's
there.
right. That's right. We went there a couple times. We took Doug and Brenda, Mike Manuel from
Gotcha.
Outriggers.
Yeah.
All right, so here we are. Vinekeeper, Bonanza, Napa Valley designation, meaning that 75% of the grapes have to come from Napa Valley. Is that correct? 85% of the grapes?
I thought it was 85.
85% of the grapes from Napa Valley. The fact that it's, let's see, Cab, that means 75% of the grapes are Cabernet.
Yeah, so my understanding is more than vast majority of the wine is going to be Cabernet, so
Okay.
I think much higher than 90%. You think about what Napa's been going through since 2020, well, obviously with the fires. We're a Cabernet company. We've been making Cabernet since 1972, and with that comes a lot of connections that Chuck would have had. And
Sure. Yeah.
I know, having spoken to Charlie in my time, got to spend a lot of time with Charlie out there, and he spoke at length about the vineyard growing partners that we work with and opportunities that get presented to the Wagners. The winery always likes to look after all their partners, whether that be people internally, externally, customers, retail partners, restaurant partners like yourselves. We just try and spread the love. So we do have certain asks when it comes to sourcing. We'll pay top dollar for the sourcing, but we want it grown in the way that we want to make the wines that we want to make in a certain style. I think Napa now is a lot of fruit out there, so it's enabled us to source the wine at a great price. So not to get too in depth in the price, but I think there's great value in this wine.
Sure.
Non-vintage allows us to play with that a little bit. Then the name Vinekeeper coming from the family, so 6 generations spread throughout the family in Napa Valley, and farmers, they see themselves as vinekeepers versus winemakers, essentially.
Right.
Chuck's on a tractor often yelling at people to slow down as they're driving. But yeah, just the most laid-back people want to be known as farmers, and that's who they care about.
Right. Stewards of the land.
Exactly. Before, it's nothing about being pretentious, and winemakers get all the applaud, right? But it's the guys out in the vineyard who are doing the hard work and actually producing the great wines. So yeah, this is what we have. We'll source it from the Napa Valley. Obviously, great connections that we've got in the valley for that to be able to source some wine like this. But I think the idea is to bring the wine down to a price point that makes it accessible. We spoke about younger drinkers being priced out. Napa Valley is the place in the US for wine. Unfortunately, most young drinkers can't get it.
No, it's that price point is something that is really out of their grasp right now. You know, I mean, that's unfortunate, but wines like this.
What are you thinking of it?
Come on, listen. No, this is a great. This is not your typical big, your Napa floor cab for me.
Right.
This is it's got a little more balance for me.
Okay.
I'm not getting that big punch of tannins. You know,
No,
right after my
it's,
first sip. You know, I mean, it's a little more
It's
subtle,
an
a little
easy
velvety
drinking.
there.
Certainly a very easy drinking cab.
100%.
Yeah, we're known for that sort of plush, nice, like velvety tannin that we have, and obviously Valley Floor allows that. A little bit more fruit forward, which is great. Drink it now.
Right.
Drink it with or without food. I think it stands up. Temperature is really important when you serve our wines. I think too many times we drink in wines in the state too warm.
Yeah.
No,
Room temperature.
This is a perfect temp for me.
Yeah,
in fact,
no, this is.
This is my stage glass, and I just put an ice cube in it. Yeah.
I mean, I had it in the fridge for 3-4 hours before I brought it over in a cold ice bag too. I serve
yeah.
all my red wines nice and cold, even at home.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to.
So what do you think is the optimal temp to serve a red wine?
See, now we're going to get confused because I'm still dealing in Celsius and I don't talk them Fahrenheit, but I know I have the wine chiller set to 55 and
Gotcha.
I pull my wines out of that and I still put them in the fridge for an hour and because then it's sitting on the table and or in a decanter and it's warming up.
Yeah. Right.
Depends on-
Yeah, no, I think 58-ish, somewhere around in there is right about the sweet spot.
Okay.
You can always go warmer. You can't go colder.
No, you
right?
can't.
That's
You're
it.
absolutely right. Yep.
Once it's in the glass, it's done.
It's done. Yeah, that's
Unless you
it.
want to put an ice cube in.
Right. Which it certainly doesn't diminish the quality or the flavor of the wine.
Not at all. Not at all.
But when it comes to bourbon, it kind of mellows it out.
Well, one of the big things to do in South Africa with their white wines is everyone throws a bunch of ice cubes in them. It's like,
Really?
yeah, not when you like tasting, but if you're out there just enjoying a rosé or a nice Sauvignon Blanc and chuck a bunch of ice cubes in that, and it's summer day at the pool or you're on the boat.
Sounds a little hot.
Yeah, this is my wife and I this weekend on the boat. We had 2 Italian rosés with a bunch of ice cubes. We decided to swap those out for seltzers.
There you go.
I think that's what we'll do.
Italian rosés.
Yeah.
Rosé
Don't
all
tell me
day.
the name of the producers.
All right. So what we're going to do is I see the 50th Caymus logo that you have. We have a bottle of Caymus 50th anniversary. I just want us to taste it side by side to the Vinekeeper.
Gotcha.
Is that okay?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Oh, boom. Look at that.
Yeah, I think these are going to be 2 vastly different bottles.
You think so?
I think so.
I'm not sure that I've had this in a while.
Well, get it while it lasts. We're coming towards the end of that vintage now. So I know a lot of people love the 50th, and I'm getting that question a lot. The wineries explicitly told us as a team, we're not keeping anything back. So I'm going to be the no guy in a few months' time when people come asking for 50th. So those of you who are listening, now's the time to get it.
Now's the time to get it.
Strike when the iron's hot.
Exactly.
By the way, we just got 4 cases into SoNapa.
Ooh.
Yes. All right.
Shout out to the Longs.
Hello, this is Adam Barringer, your host of Grapes and Debates and founder of SoNapa Grille. I want to personally thank you for supporting our podcast and dining with us at SoNapa Grille. We had the pleasure of hosting Justin Botha, North Florida sales manager for Caymus Vineyards. And while the Bonanza wines aren't available just yet for distribution, we're doing something special. Join us for Member Monday, July 28th. Yes, that's today. Enjoy a complimentary half glass of the 50th anniversary Caymus Cabernet Sauvignon. Just mention code word Bonanza. Thank you for being part of our SoNapa family. We'll see you soon. Cheers. Yes.
Yeah, that's different on the nose already. Yeah, it's a little more jammy. I mean, it's got that punch right there up front.
I'm going to go on record to say I like the Vinekeeper better.
Yeah,
I would say I think service temperature is quite a big thing in here. The Napa is a little bit warmer.
Yeah.
It's going to present a little bit warmer on the, obviously, alcohol.
Okay, yeah.
It also brings out more of the riper fruit, I would say, if there's any of that in the wine. Be interesting, we drop the Vinekeeper down at the same time to see what that looks like and service temperature.
Oh, well.
yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, we got to compare apples to apples, and the service temp is definitely one of the things here that we're.
Yeah, a fun thing that we do is one of the first things you get when you start with at Caymus, and it's kind of a big deal, is you get a temperature gun. And we've got one of our jobs is every wine dinner we've got to go and gun all the wines and make sure the temperature's right. Yeah, it's important. And I think it's kind of looked over more in the new world than the old world. I think naturally they have the ability to serve wines at a better temp.
Yeah, it's how are you treating these
So
things?
what
at the moment
what
of
temp
service?
do you want to?
Oh, now you're getting me in trouble.
No, I mean, okay.
You
So
go to
you're-
Celsius.
No, I'm saying you're at a wine dinner. You got the temperature gun. It's like, boom.
I have to whip out my. We actually have like a guidelines form that we do on all the wines, but I think it's lower than 55, and I will tend to normally ask them to pop them in the ice before, and just maybe 10 minutes before serving, pull them out, and I use it as a topic when I talk about the wines.
Oh, that's good.
I think it changes the dynamic, and a lot of people don't realize that how serving temperature is really important.
Yes.
Yeah,
I do think it's important, and I think that this is a little bit warm.
It is.
And do you know why? Because it's sitting under the spotlights of being on stage.
The SoNapa Studios.
Right? It's okay. It's okay.
I don't know if you guys have spoke about the 50th, but it's kind of crazy to think where the winery's at in 50 years time. 50 years now on 72. I was looking up a few things, and I mean, we try and get as much information as we can, and there's a lot of disinformation out there about Caymus when you have a brand like that. But you think about 50 vintages into this. When they started, they were one of 20 wineries in Napa, and we think about what Napa looks like now.
Sure.
So they always talk about how BV and Inglenook were always there, but then this mom and pop and son just came along.
Right. It's your grandparents' wine.
Yeah, exactly, right. And they
with Inglenook.
Yeah. Just
Nothing against Inglenook.
No, we had them in here.
Yeah.
Good group.
But yeah, it's amazing to think that 50 vintages in, we're still standing. And Chuck mentioned to us the other day something that was kind of sad to hear, but we're the last family-owned winery in Napa Valley that's distributing to all 50 states. So the Duncans just got out at Silver Oak, from what I'm told, and so that leaves us as the only
Meaning
one.
they got out of all 50, all the states?
No, they got out of like running Silver Oak, which is sad because you think of that's maybe more the cost of business as a family-owned winery in Napa, and which Chuck talks about things like that and his neighbors, and sometimes maybe not being popular in the way we produce our wines.
Or kids not wanting to follow along. People going on their own path.
And we've got Charlie and Jenny who are like salt of the earth. Got to meet them both out in Napa. Just great people, and you understand why the brand is where it's at today.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, good stuff.
Makes it very easy to.
Yeah, well, listen, you're in with a great group.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, so the wine, I think it's drinking pretty damn good. Both of these are drinking good. I could see them. Unfortunately, it's not in distribution right now. We're making decisions for our menu. We're getting ready to go to print. I could easily see these being on our menu in the future. I could see us doing a wine dinner with these and doing a side-by-side, proper temps.
Well, we got to do that. We better do that soon.
Yeah. The point is that these are some really awesome wines.
Agreed.
So thank you for coming here and bringing the wines.
Yes.
But now the debate.
Okay, let's have it.
Can you drink wine every day and still be fit?
Well, if not, then I'm wrong.
Okay.
Is fit relative?
It could be relative.
Could be drinking fit.
I mean, I will tell you, I drink, I think that that's not fair to say. I drink wine every day. I have for a considerable amount of time.
Well,
maybe
it's
a decade.
It's part of the job.
Maybe a decade. It is part of the job.
Yes.
I can tell you I've drank every Wednesday for 68 weeks in a row.
Hey, don't forget about all that time you spent out in California. That was like,
that was every day.
30-something days.
30 days.
Yeah.
I didn't think I could possibly drink 30 days in a row. Oh, I could tell you I did not get up and run. I did not get up and cycle. I did twice. I thought I was going to die.
I passed you. I passed you on the road. You were cycling, and I was coming back from the gym, and you were out there. So
I thought I was going to die. The rolling hills of Napa and Sonoma.
That's why I went to the gym and didn't get on a bike.
Yeah. But, and hanging out with, seriously, the other night.
Yes.
Yeah, I got banged up. I got banged up.
Listen, I
don't know if I made it I didn't make it to the gym. I didn't. So listen, those are one-offs.
You have to have your off days. You have to be able to rest. You have to be
Justin,
able to
in moderation.
That's the key.
In moderation.
On both ends of it, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so here's what moderation is for me. I could drink 6 glasses of wine a night. Is that moderation? I'm not supposed to say this because of insurance.
Don't share this at your doctor's office. Don't share this at your doctor's office.
6 glasses of wine. That's anything more than that, I'm fucked up, and I can't make it to the gym.
Well, listen. So you're at a bottle and a half of wine right there.
Right. Yeah. That's it.
Solid.
Yeah.
That's
right.
Nothing more than that. I get up the next morning, and so my routine right now. I'm trained. This is training. This is kind of my diet for training. Getting ready to do a half Ironman, September 28th. So I can drink no more than 6 no more than 6 glasses of wine. I get up, 5:30 in the morning, swim, cycle, and then run. Is that?
That sounds about right.
That's a good feeling.
Yeah.
But I can't drink past, let's say, 8:30.
But you could still
Wait a
drink
second.
8:30,
I was
9 o'clock.
I was part of the crew when you were on your early Ironman career.
That was I was younger.
You were I distinctly remember serving you a bottle of wine after every leg of the Ultra Ironman, which was 3 days of Ironman competition.
Correct.
And you seem to.
Okay, so what it was, you drink a bottle of wine, you kind of relax, you get rid of the jitters. I think it helps lubricate the joints, right? It's like oil. It's like oil for a car.
Yeah. Day 3, you look like you were well lubricated when you're on that bike in the ice cold rain.
Yeah. Justin, you look like you stay in shape.
Yeah, rounds of shape.
Yeah, I mean, you drink a little bit.
That's something my wife and I we did our first marathon like 2 years ago, and with
Good
2
for you.
trips in between, and half marathons was the thing, and always my goal was to do an Ironman before 30, but
Okay.
I've got a year to go, and I don't think that's happening. But
All right,
so
yeah.
we're fighting this dilemma too. We try and not drink during the week, but my job involves tasting wines, and you get a little bit excited.
Well-
want to drink some good wine, and it's more so the fact is I
Excited. I love that. I got excited.
I get presented with
Sorry,
a good
Mrs.
wine.
Botha.
Yeah, I've never tried it before, and she's a little bit better than me at saying no. But
Right.
yeah, we get presented with good wines, and for me, it's more not about consuming, but tasting as
No,
many as I
agreed,
can, and
agreed.
that's where the hard part comes, because I also don't like to throw wine away.
Right.
So
Right. Yeah. You got to try this. Okay, I will.
And by the way, we've opened this, we've opened this, we've opened this. Certainly cannot let this go to waste.
no, of course not. But yeah, I think
Right.
it's all moderation. So we try and just limit the amount, and then if we don't compound, I guess.
Right.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No double days
So-
off. That's the rule.
So I really think you could still drink wine every day and be fit.
You should.
And there are benefits to drinking red wine. It is supposedly heart healthy. But I think it's one 5-ounce glass. It's not 6.
It depends on who your
6-ounce
doctor
glasses. That's true.
You know, I mean, my doctor, Dr. Feelgood,
Yeah.
he always tells me, hey, drink until you can't.
Dr. Ozzy Osbourne.
No, may he rest in peace.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but you're right. Yeah, anything. Listen, you create your own
Right.
your prescription.
Sure.
So
I think there's some also sense of like mental clarity that comes with it, right? No one talks about like what is the other social aspect or benefit you get from
No.
versus purely like how the body's react.
No, one is the physical, then the other is sort of when you're with friends and you're enjoying wine, you're correct. It's that kind of
yeah, the camaraderie, the levity, the enjoyment of just getting together
Right.
and good conversation, laughing,
yeah.
and great wine. I think
Yeah.
they all go hand in hand.
They do. Great food.
And great food.
Cooking, drinking wine. Yeah.
All of it.
We actually had a kind of a funny story, but a close friend of ours, she just got a 2-month-old now, and she drank not a little bit at the time when it was right, when her doctor was like, you can have a glass here and there. She loves it, of course.
Yes.
She would drink some wine, and then she was due the day of my birthday, so April 26th, and then she came to my birthday. We had a bottle of Caymus open,
Nice.
and she was stressing out. She was actually due the 24th, so she's the
Okay.
first kid, kind of getting a bit worried. We're like, yeah, just have a glass of wine, end up being 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Anyway, she goes into labor that night, so the Caymus did it, but
There you go.
there's some sort of,
yeah,
the relaxation's there.
It's something in the grapes that you guys produce.
Yeah.
Well, I will say this. I believe that the day before my first Ironman, I had a bottle of Caymus.
You did?
I did. And I finished, and I did pretty fucking good.
Yeah, and look at
No,
you.
meaning-
and you're still doing them.
Actually, I didn't do that good. I finished.
Well,
I finished.
We're not talking about your benchmark,
Right.
Or
This isn't professional
Yes.
Ironman shit. This is
right.
amateur, middle to
Yesterday,
the end of the pack kind of finish. And there was a time when I would check my watch. I was like, oh my God, I could have done better. I could have done better on the swim. I could have done better in transition.
Did you
Well,
say
if you
that,
ran a little faster, you would have made happy hour.
you say you did the whole bottle, Caymus?
Yes.
Oh, good. But no one says that when you overindulge in maybe the race fueling and your gut has issues, maybe you just overindulge
No,
in a bit of Caymus.
no.
One
He
He
glass
said
is
he
the-
usually does 6 glasses, so I mean, you
Yeah, so
you're
4,
only
I'm cutting
two-thirds
back.
There. You're only 2/3 there.
I know,
Next
4,
one.
I'm cutting back. It's like, I didn't really drink before the race.
Try the half bottle for the half marathon. Maybe that might work.
No, I'll do all
The whole-
6 glasses.
6 glasses.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think, you could still be fit and drink wine every day.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, there's that marathon in France too, right? Where you just drink wine every stop of the way. You guys heard of that?
Sign me up.
You guys haven't heard of that?
No.
Sign me up.
My buddy was telling me about it, and I've seen it obviously on the internet. And it's
Right.
like, I think I might be wrong. You're running through Bordeaux or somewhere in France, and it's a full marathon, and there's instead
And
of
it's-
water points, there's wine stops.
Wow.
And he's very eager to do it.
Well, you
and he's
might
very
have to-
fit, and he
You
drinks
might
a lot
have to
of wine.
order me some bubble wrap.
We'll just roll you to the next tasting.
Just as long as I can get up, I don't have any head issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, taste toast together.
Yes.
This was awesome.
Justin, thank you.
Great to meet you
Justin,
guys.
thank you. Pleasure meeting you. And I got to tell you that the Bonanza Chardonnay and this Vinekeeper are drinking really,
listen.
I mean, seriously, drinking really good. And if I say temperature aside, I still think it's maybe drinking, for me, and taste is subjective. I feel that it's a little bit drier than the Caymus.
I would agree with you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think there's exceptional value in that, and that's what's most
100%.
right.
Yep.
Yeah. Keep an eye out. We got some cool wines coming up. We got another new
Really?
new wine from Jenny. I don't want to spoil too much.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Extraordinary Instruments Cabernet from.
So
100%
when can we
Napa.
expect
Caymus
this to
is
come
never
to
in our rearview mirror.
when is this
Never.
coming to the market?
This next week. So
Next week?
It's available. We're just waiting for it to get priced with Southern. So
Okay. Gotcha.
the wine's going to be available to ship next week, hopefully. Yeah, it's all ready to go. Just launched it with some of the team, and
Right on.
I'm excited. I think price point on that Bonanza, you see it on some wine lists at a very approachable price, and get people
Agreed.
drinking some more Napa wines.
Fantastic.
All right. With that,
Cheers.
taste
Gentlemen,
toast together,
again,
guys.
yes,
Cheers.
again.
Boom, boom, boom.